Welcome to an Embodied Yin class. We will start on the ground. So if you want to take your time to arrive there, and I will be explaining kind of the purpose and the invitation of Embodied Yin as we go. So let's first start in something like constructive rest, where the feet are wide and the inner knees drop in towards one another. And bring your palms to touch. And rub your palms together to feel the heat come to the surface of your palms. And then rest your warm palms over your eyes, letting the backs of your eyes receive this warmth. And they might relax in response. You might massage out through the front of the head, the forehead, circle around the temples. A gentle pull down of the ears, caressing the jaw, and just a way to locate ourselves, bring our whole selves into this practice space. And eventually rest your warm palms over your low belly, elbows still relaxed on the ground. And I'd like to open this up by resting in this truth that there is no one way to be. But Embodied Yin creates a container for us just to be as we are. So you might bring your arms into a cactus, a T, or the arms might come overhead. Just see where they want to land, and you might find some movement around the shoulders, and gently allow the knees to go left and to go right. So what we do in Embodied Yin is allow the body to move in natural and in organic ways. And this kind of brings some heat, some warmth to the synovial fluid, the beautiful gel-like fluid around the hips and the shoulder joints. But you're kind of meeting any energy and meeting any sensation that arises. In traditional Yin, we're taught just to be still and to witness what's there, but we can end up overriding some natural responses to what's arising in our internal landscape. So you might stay with windscreen wipering the knees. Or if there's a calling to be more settled into stillness, you might allow the knees to drop over to one side. And you might move around the feet, the knees, the hips until it feels like stillness can hold you rather than you forcing the stillness. You might gently move your head a little side to side until your head finds that perfect place to rest. And maybe take your knees over towards the other side. You might find your feet and your knees and your hips wanting to naturally reorganize. Like trusting that when you give your body permission to organize, it will organize around stability. You don't need to do too much. And if the head is relaxed, just leave it, or you might find some gentle movement until it naturally settles. And then eventually come back towards center. Bring one knee into your chest. You might find some circles, some sways or rocks with it. The other leg might stay bent, foot on the ground, or you might extend that leg long. You might stay with little rocking, swaying. Thinking that that rocking and swaying was the first communication we had with the body to soothe and relax. Back of your neck really long. And you might stay in some sort of stillness where it feels like it could hold you. You might stay with little movement. So whichever knee is in towards the chest, you're going to cross that thigh over the other thigh. So you have these pretty tightly bound legs, like an eagle leg in Hatha Vinyasa. Might sway the knees left and right, right and left. And then come towards twisted roots, where you take the knees across the body. Your arms might open up into a cactus or T shape or any beautiful organic shape you see in nature. Kind of see which areas feel like they could use with a little bit of movement and breath. Movement and breath as an offering usually creates a little bit of space, and then again, the stillness starts to hold you, and there's a real effortlessness in your experience of being. We'll come back towards the center. And now whichever leg is on top, Put that into a figure 4 where the ankle's over the knee, and gently rock your pelvis side to side. You might stay with that gentle rocking, or you might reach the hands up and hold the back of the right thigh, or back of the leg that's bent downward, back of that thigh for the figure 4, or you can reach forward and hold on to the shin if the bones and the soft tissue allow. You might put a cushion under your head so the back of your neck is really long, and then again. Maybe starting with that little bit of sway and rocking. Until the body just wants to melt in towards stillness. And in this way, we join in this beautiful, quiet conversation that's going on in the body. Let's extend both legs out into a mini shavasana. You can move, stretch, slither, sway, or be still. Find a way to really relax every muscle and every bone before the other side. So we'll start with bringing the other thigh into the chest first. So just knee to chest. The opposite leg can be bent or straight. And you might find some swaying or rocking or stirring of that thigh bone in the hip socket. And so embodied yin is far more than just soft tissue, fascia, bones, and muscles. Giving our entire body, our entire system permission to relax. Whatever leg is on top, or whatever knee is bent, put that leg on top of your bottom leg so you've got these tightly bound crisscross legs like an eagle, or you're sitting politely at a table. And you'll take your knees left and right, right and left. And eventually coming into twisted roots, so your knees will go over and take your whole spine into a twist. And let the first few moments just be this, not trying to figure out how to get into this perfect shape, but how to allow this shape to come towards you. Letting it meet you where you are. Think about a little movement and breath as an offering for certain parts of the body, as they will create space. We'll then come towards something like an all four or a figure four, where that top ankle rests on the bottom, the top ankle rests on the knee. And once again, a sway and a rock. Soften around the eyes. A gentle smile across the face can help relax the muscles in the face. You might stay there or bring your figure four a little closer to you by holding the back of the bent knee thigh or front of the bent knee shin. Invite your chin down so the back of your neck is relaxed. Release everything, a squiggly or still Shavasana. Shavasana-like positions. You might bend, stretch, move, or be still. And invite both knees in towards the chest. Hold on to the knees, taking them wide, or hold on to the shins or ankles for happy baby. You might rock a little side to side. Hold on to wherever feels right, where there's that little stretch, compression feeling around the front of the hips, but the back of your neck is relaxed. Again, you might move or be still. This practice really does offer us just space to be. Bring your feet gently down to the ground. They stay wide as your inner knees come in towards one another. Constructive rest, just feel the thigh bones pouring inward. Maybe hands rest on the low belly to feel your breath once again. And that might complete your practice, or you might take your time to set up for a long Shavasana, taking the legs long, setting yourself up for warmth and comfort so you can stay in a deep, relaxed pose. If this is the end of your practice, thank you for practicing. Until next time, Om Shanti. Namaste.